Alright, I can't find the original video anywhere, man. For some reason, it's not even on Rumble. Andrew Tate did not upload this on Rumble, but for some reason, I have to watch Osmond Gold react to Andrew Tate's video response to his convictions that he received recently. Yes, so let's hear him out.
Andrew Tate last night got convicted. Gold, they actually are going to put him on trial. Got indicted, excuse me, not convicted, excuse me. Indicted on charges of and human trafficking. This is usually not a good thing to be accused of, and it seems like they think that Andrew Tate did this. So they're going to be obviously standing trial for this in Romania. It is crazy to me that it took them 6 months to figure this out. You know, if these guys end up getting away on this shit, like the Romanian government is going to look like a bunch of corrupt clowns. Let's be real. So he has made a video on the Twitter, came out 2 hours ago. We're going to watch it right now.
So I just wanted to have an informal conversation. I was going to put a suit on and do this formally, but I think it's better if I do this informally.
Yeah, why not?
Highlighting some of the things that everybody already knows about how the Matrix operates and what they're trying to do to me and what I believe is going to happen next.
Let's hear it, man.
I feel like I've sat in a leather chair before, and I feel like there's no chance that like this room doesn't smell really bad, because like if you're sitting on there with like your skin against the leather, like you're gonna sweat a lot, man. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you're gonna sweat a whole lot.
This is what I like about Osmond Gold.
They are attacking me and attempting to vilify me at the exact same time, whereas real predators, which work for the media establishment, are being ousted. So it's really interesting to do a juxtaposition and do a comparison, right, between how they will treat Philip Schofield, who is confirmed as a groomer.
Career is over following affair.
Who is admitting he has committed sexual crimes.
Fallout from affair.
And how they'll treat me.
Well, I mean, did he commit a crime or did he have an affair? Because like having an affair isn't very good, but I mean, that's not the same as a crime. Did he actually commit a crime though? He did commit a crime.
I don't think so. I don't know.
And
I don't know.
Convictions and no admission of sexual crimes. Look at the differences in the headlines. Look at how soft they are in their interviews with him.
You've had quite the week. How are you?
Look at how now, after only 2 or 3 days, the headlines are saying we should forgive him and feel sorry for him and let him off.
Do you want me to die? Because that's where I am. Did he committed an affair? What's happening? Former This Morning presenter reveals he contemplated suicide after he lost everything.
Whereas me, who's been under...
Hold on. This laptop tends to literally switch off while I'm watching a video, bro. This is insane, man. I'm telling you, bro. I gotta get new equipment. So subscribe to the channel. Support a brother so I can afford this stuff.
Constant media assault for over a year.
Why are people going easy on that guy? He's rich. He's a TV personality. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's just it because it's an affair. Tate allegedly stealing and abusing women. Yeah, it's like I don't know enough about this dude, so like it's hard for me to go and be like, oh, this is what it should be, right? He's friends with the media. I mean, that's it. Maybe I don't know.
Works
they never let up.
in the media.
They never change. Someone sent me a clip yesterday of Philip Schofield saying he's going to kill himself and how sad he is.
Last week, if my daughters hadn't been there, then I wouldn't be here.
Why do they keep pushing me? Why do they keep pushing me, playing the sympathy card? And all the headlines are now like, yeah, we can't keep attacking this poor man. For 1 year, they've attacked me. And
I mean, I feel like it's pretty simple, right? I mean, like, fuck, if the guy had an affair with his wife, like with some other dude or something like that, that sounds like a personal problem, you know? Like, that's not something that, like, somebody needs to be dragged through the streets for or, you know, like, fucking crucified for. Like, who gives a fuck? But if it's a kid, if it's somebody who's underage, then, like, what the fuck are we doing feeling sorry for somebody who's a groomer? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are we even wasting our time for? If it's no, this is what's simple, right? Is if they are above the age of consent whenever he started talking to them, then it's fine. And if they weren't, then it's not fine. I feel like it's pretty simple, right, guys? Like, what are we even talking about? Yeah, like, it's kind of fucking obvious.
Will not stop.
But
And this highlights the difference between the people who are on the side of the establishment and the people who are not on the side of the establishment.
I'm confused here. Did he, at the end of the day, did he commit a crime? You know, that's the thing. That's the question here, isn't it? It's like, did that other guy commit a crime? I'm not really sure why he does that. Maybe he's doing exactly the same thing that, you know, the world is doing to Andrew Tate himself, is they are accusing him of something that he did not commit or something that is not a crime. And he's literally doing the same thing about this guy, just trying to draw attention away from him. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here for every single side. To be honest with you, I don't even take any side, to be honest with you. I don't. It's ridiculous. This is just a video. Okay, I'm just watching a video of this guy going through this thing, and that's it. To be honest with you, that's just what's going on right now. And I want to know.
I've been offered to sell my soul very many times.
I mean,
I want everyone at home to understand.
Okay.
You do not become the most Googled man on earth, especially amongst a demographic of young men which have money to spend, without very large companies and corporations becoming extremely interested in you.
yeah, of course.
I've been offered 50 to 60 million dollars by companies I'm not going to name. All I had to do was shut up. Shut up, take the money, wear the stupid hat, wave around the stupid drink, whatever it is.
I see.
And continue
Sponsorship?
to agree with whatever the Matrix says, regardless of my own personal feelings, my personal views and beliefs, and just push it on the minds of young children.
Okay.
And I refuse to do that. I refuse to sell my soul. If I would have sold my soul to a large corporation, and then this attack happened, which I very much doubt this level of Matrix attack would have even happened to me, but if it did, then this large corporation would speak to the media, and the media would be treating me like they treat Philip Schofield.
There's no way, because like that Philip dude is like probably 70 something years old. He's got 50 years of connections. Everybody knows him. It's totally different, bro. Like they would kick him to the curb immediately and do an apology on Twitter. The same, look what they did with Kanye West.
They wouldn't be treating me as an enemy. They would treat me as an ally.
Wait, hold on.
I refuse to do that. I refuse becoming
back
extremely interested in you.
Yeah, of course.
I've been offered 50 to 60 million dollars by companies I'm not going to name. All I had to do was shut up. Shut up, take the money, wear the stupid hat, wave around the stupid drink, whatever it is.
I see.
And continue to agree with whatever the Matrix says, regardless of my own personal feelings, my personal views and beliefs, and just push it on the minds of young children.
Okay.
And I refuse to do that. I refuse to sell my soul. If I would have sold my soul to a large corporation, and then this attack happened, which I very much doubt this level of Matrix attack would have even happened to me, but if it did, then this large corporation would speak to the media, and the media would be treating me like they treat Philip Schofield.
There's no way, because like that Philip dude is like probably 70 something years old. He's got 50 years of connections. Everybody knows him. It's totally different, bro. Like they would kick him to the curb immediately and do an apology on Twitter. The same, look what they did with Kanye West.
They wouldn't be treating me as an enemy. They would treat me as an ally. All I had to do was sell my soul, and I refused. The recent BBC interview that took place, I don't think most people understand genuinely how snaky that interview was.
I could believe that. I could easily believe that they came in to try to ambush him on questions that like he didn't want to talk about, and like they definitely probably snaked them on that. Yes, sure, I could 100%. Believe that.
Reason.
But what does this have to do with the case?
I had to destroy her so ruthlessly because of how the interview was set up. When I was in jail, the BBC was constantly trying to get me to give an interview over the phone, and I refused. When I left jail, the BBC begged me for an interview.
That's true.
Daily, begging me. And for 3 months, I refused. Eventually, once I understood, after my 3rd month of house arrest, what the Romanian government is going to do to me, which we're going to discuss shortly, I thought now would be a good time to give an interview. BBC begged me, saying that Romania has one of the most corrupt justice systems in Europe, that there's serious problems with the case. Lots of evidence that's been leaked shows Andrew's innocent.
Okay.
That Andrew's side of the story hasn't been heard. That we're interested in fair and unbiased journalism. That we don't want to come there and do a hit piece. We want to speak to him and try and find out the truth of what's happening.
Wow.
In
That's
fact,
what they said?
we're going to send you the questions we want to ask in advance. I'm not a coward. I never ask for questions in advance.
Okay.
I don't care because I'm a professional and I will destroy anyone instantly.
I mean, all right, that makes sense, sure. So, I mean, like, maybe they are corrupt, who knows? Are they corrupt in the circumstance? It's hard to say. I think that he deserves a fair trial, of course. But, I mean,
What is going on?
seems kind of like...
Wait, hold up. If there's no one coming forth and saying that this was the crime committed, then they're opening a case against him, then what do they really have on him, really? How was it possible for them to raid his house and arrest him? How was that possible? How is it possible for cops to come into my house and say, hey, you are under arrest, and literally put me in jail and literally take me to trial? You know, I understand corrupt cops, corruption in the police department, but like, we're talking about the legal system here. And if I have a representative, if I have a lawyer with me present, I think they would literally, I don't know. You have a lawyer, you have a flipping judge, you have everybody there that's supposed to be official. And how is it possible that I'm there and, they are here as well? On what basis are they even here? They cannot just be summoned. I understand cops, but judges, lawyers, one of them is gonna, especially my lawyer, they will be like, no, this is illegal, this is unlawful, why am I here, why are we here, why are we defending this man, why am I defending this man when there's no crime, there's no evidence about any crime, there's no witness, there's no victim, blah blah blah. Like, how did they even get him? Maybe I'm lost, maybe that's just me, I don't know. But it seems like if there was no one coming forth out of the people that were contacted, who are related to Andrew Tate, not even one of them came forth and accused him of a crime or said this is what he did or something like that. If none of them came forth, then what do they really have? I don't understand how that works. Now, this plays into what Andrew keeps on saying about the Matrix, and that's the most, I think that's not annoying, but it's like, bro, it's like they're giving him they're making the world side, side with Andrew instead. It's like, yo, y'all are holding a man unjustly right now. Y'all are literally taking him to court. Y'all are arresting him. Y'all put him on house arrest for what reason exactly? Because you have nobody coming forth and saying this is what actually happened. And that's what I hated about the BBC interview, by the way. Oh my God, I hated that interview. Like, these people, man, and oh my God, for some reason, I don't know, I thought white people were better than this. For some reason, I had that thought in my head, but yo, like, they are not better than that, bro. They are right there at the bottom. That woman was a shitbag. Maybe not her personally, but whatever she represents, is a total shitbag. I don't like her that much. I'm not a fan of her. I don't like the way they structured that interview. It's like that was an opportunity for you to get the real answers, right? That was an opportunity for you to get the real answers, but they just pushed a narrative. That's all they were ever concerned about. They just pushed a narrative. And they when it came to speaking about the person that spoke to the BBC about Andrew Tate, about the crimes that he committed, they couldn't even give full detail. And that's where the question came. It was like, who is this Sophie that you keep talking about? Who is it? I'm confused. Who the hell is Sophie? I don't understand. It's like, bro, they never had proof of anything that they said. Now, some things have made it questionable for me when it comes to Andrew Tate. Things that he has admitted. Even if, let's say, he didn't commit the crimes, he knew by detail how to commit certain crimes. But I hear that is not the things that he is even charged for, which is insane to me. I thought he was charged for those things, but nah. Instead, he's charged for something else. And it's like, bro, if they have no evidence at all, why are they even keeping him here? Why does he have to go to court? I don't understand this.
you know, you should always take this stuff with a grain of
Or,
salt.
or maybe that's just how good they are, right? Maybe that's just how good witness protection is, to the point where nobody knows nothing about the person that's telling on Andrew. That's how good witness protection is. Maybe that's the case, but you would think that witness would come forth in the court case, as they usually do. They have to, right? I'm confused.
But they sent us a list of questions, which was shown to me, and I was like, well, those are actually interesting questions. What's my mental health like? What's Romanian jail like? What's it like being in a courtroom where everyone's speaking a language you don't understand and having your liberty deprived of you?
You're supposed to speak
I
English.
thought,
What the
this is going
hell?
to be an interesting interview. I agree.
Yeah.
The BBC, all nice smiles and all lies, sent us this entire spiel, turned the cameras on, sat down, and attacked me.
Have you ever put any and applied any psychological control on any of the women you dated? Or both of you?
No, and I respect women. This idea that that I'm so much smarter that I can hypnotize somebody, I think is extremely misogynistic idea. I think your idea is misogynistic to believe that women don't have their own free thoughts and free minds.
I mean, that's a pretty good answer by Andrew for sure, but like he did also say that he would manipulate people into doing things. You could
Yes.
literally play, you could have this like where he's arguing against himself.
They attempted to sucker punch me. They attempted to shake my hand and knock me out with a sucker punch once the cameras were on, to hit me when I was off guard. They expected me to be off guard, ready to talk about my mental health, and hit me with these questions and me make a fool of myself, unaware that I'm a master of Aikido. And when you attempt to sucker punch me, it simply misses, and I destroy you.
I think we're done.
Makes sense.
Unmatched perspicacity. Just because I'm the best there's ever been, and me, with my quick thinking, and nearly...
He's so good. This is like a comic book character. This is great. Wow.
incomparable wit can sit and destroy a professional reporter and her entire research team's preparation.
Ah, boy.
Just because I make that look easy doesn't mean I should be forced to succumb to these unfortunate circumstances. 99% of the population, if they were tricked the way I was tricked, would look a fool on camera. They were very prepared to try and make a fool of me.
Well,
But I'm
yeah,
the
of
best
course.
there's ever been. Did they do this to Philip Schofield? No. Where was the BBC's outrage when Rolf Harris or Jimmy Savile were touching children? They don't care.
Media's outrage with this guy. I mean, I think you read that title, it seems like they're kind of painting him in a bad light.
Bro, who
Like
is it?
if
The
I
man
read this
behind
title, like I
Britain's
don't know who this
horrific
Jimmy guy
sex
is, but
abuse
like if I
scandal.
read a title of a guy, the man behind Britain's horrific sex abuse scandal, like I would assume that he's a bad dude.
Yeah, same
Years
here.
after? Well, I don't know. I mean, like, fuck. Like, look at Harvey Weinstein. People got protected like that all the time. BBC? Yeah, I mean, maybe
Where's
not.
the BBC's outrage when certain other people, high level in society, members of the royal family, are caught having pictures with minors? They don't care. But they will continue to try and convince you that I am something I am not on repeat over and over and over again. These people are worse than disingenuous. They are worse than simply liars.
I mean, this is my perspective on it, right? Is that, like, I think that you can fully acknowledge what he's saying is true, but still also acknowledge that maybe he did something wrong also. Because, like, I think that what he's saying, right, is that, like, oh, well, some people get preferential treatment by the government. It's like, for example, how is it that, like, Hunter Biden basically has, like, 1,000 pictures of himself doing crack with hookers, but somehow some other dude does crack once and he gets caught and now he's in jail for 20 years? How does this happen? But, like, the solution to that, I think most people feel, isn't that nobody should go to jail for committing crimes. It's that everybody should go to
be
jail for committing crimes. So, like, this doesn't really mean that he's innocent.
Yeah.
I think that, like, the best interpretation of this is that they're guilty the same as I am. Because, like, this isn't really an argument of
Why are they treated differently?
like a fairness,
From
because
high.
I can agree that, yeah, I think some people probably do get treated with kid gloves. You know, they get excuses for things that are very bad that probably, you know, should like completely fuck their life, and it doesn't happen, for sure. But like, that doesn't mean that, like, the solution to that is not to not punish anybody.
Just to treat every criminal fairly, you know?
They are evil. They are a club. And if you sell your soul and join the club, they offer you protection. And if you don't, they aim to destroy you, which is what they're trying to do to me.
Okay.
The reason I decided to give the interview to the BBC is because I now believe that the next step, and I'm going to call it, because I've called everything that's happened to me so far. Look at my old interviews. I said, stage 2, they're going to try and put me in jail. I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you, which I've just been through. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason. And strike 3 is they kill you.
The truth is this. So I knew it was coming. I absolutely not only knew it was coming because of how orchestrated it was. The only thing, and I'll state this at the beginning, the only reason I'm upset by being canceled is because I've expired one of my lives. I mean, I'd never kill myself. Don't fucking try. But, bruv, because that's what's next. That's what's next. It's scary. I'm telling you, everyone thinks I'm paranoid.
Here's the thing. Has this ever happened to anyone else? I'm curious about that because I'm not too much of a conspiracy theorist out there. No, I'm not much of a conspiracy anything. I don't even watch a lot of conspiracies. I really am not a fan of them. But has this ever happened to anyone else? You know, because if this is a thing, you know, then it's very similar to the Michael Jackson thing, isn't it? It's like, you know, they went after his credibility as a good person, or as a normal person, I guess, and damaged his reputation and everything. And, you know, that's exactly what they're doing to Andrew Tate. And then the next step was to assassinate him, right? And I think a lot of people, I don't know why a lot of people dance around that. It's like, oh, you know, they tried to assassinate, you know, or like, did they assassinate Michael Jackson or not? No, they did. They did assassinate him. I mean, he was making a lot of noise about so many things, and, you know, he was snitching, and, you know, he was telling too much, and it's like, no, he got to go. That's it. You know, got to hire somebody, take him out, dunzo. And if that is the case, and by the way, I think somebody asked a very good question a long time ago when I watched Andrew Tate videos. Not even a long time ago, but a while ago, bro. Like, somebody asked a good question. Who is the Matrix? Who is the Matrix? You know, that's a very good question, to be honest with you, because, you know, it doesn't leave room for error. Like, it doesn't leave room for error. And the error in this case is that we don't know who these people are, and we don't know what exactly is Andrew saying that is going against their motives or their own beneficial game or whatever, you know, like inspiring the youth to take up charge and to work hard, and that's essentially aspiring people to become normal tax-paying citizens and consumers at the same time. That's good for business for anybody. But how is it not good for them? I don't understand. Who are they? Are they even business owners? Are they even corporate, private corporate, whatever, industry owners? What? Who are they exactly? You know. Damn, bro. Like, did I not deal with this? Hold on. Yeah, who are they, bro? Like, that's my curiosity. You know, who are they? Let me do this, yeah. Who are they, bro? Who the hell are they? I don't get it.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy. So it's like every single organization on the face of the planet is corrupt. This is what I say to people. I say, listen, and I'm going to say this on this podcast now because I say it on every other one. I would never, ever kill myself. I truly believe they're going to come and they're going to try and kill me on a long enough time frame because they tried to shut me up and I won't shut up. They're either going to try and put me in jail or they're going to kill me. And I would never kill myself under any circumstances ever. And the reason I say this, and I say this to people, and they go, but what can they put you in jail for? And I'm like, how ignorant are you in your ignorance to believe they need a reason? You believe it's fair. You believe I can get a lawyer and prove myself innocent. That's not how it works. They decide you're guilty long before and they find a reason why. And it doesn't matter what you do about it, you will pay the fucking price. It's not fair. None of it is. Every single system's corrupt. It actually annoys me when people say that to me. Well, just get a lawyer. Why? They can't put you in jail if you're innocent. Yes, They fucking can. And that's what people don't
They can also put you in jail if you're guilty, too.
understand about the world. They can and they do and they fucking will. And that's what's scary.
I'm going to call what's going to happen next.
Yes, man. You see, it's really tough. It's really tough because we're just normal citizens at this point, right? Isn't it? Like, we're normal citizens. We don't know how to even quantify all of this. As a matter of fact, we probably do. We just probably are very so comfortable in where we're living. We don't want trouble. We don't want to die. We don't want to get killed, bro. Nobody wants to get killed. It's like, yo, listen, I don't want to get killed, bro. I'm not that greedy. I'm good. You know? Y'all can say whatever truths y'all want. I don't really think it's that bad of a time we're living in and whatnot. You know, I think my kids will be fine. Maybe my grandkids won't be fine, but you know, I think my kids will be fine. I think I'll be fine until I pass away. I think it's a matter of comfortability, right? At least that's this if the fight even exists, right? If we're even being attacked, if the Matrix exists, yeah.
The Matrix is extremely angry. And they are angry because their weapons aren't working. I remain unfazed. This is the first time in history someone who's canceled became more popular than before. This is the first time in history where a full broadside of media lies for over a year across every single outlet that they control has failed. Nobody believes them. Nobody. So now what do? Well, I believe the UK is going to try and raise charges against me. Don't know what for. I've done nothing wrong. Something's going to appear from nowhere. In fact, I will say that I have some very high-level friends and some whistleblowers who are confirming exactly that to me. They've looked at me and thought, we have to get this guy. What's he done? Nothing. Find something. Who cares?
Yeah, somebody in chat mentioned something. Jesus was really popular, and they canceled him too. That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Get some papers, move some papers around,
literally.
The judge will stamp them and put him in jail. It doesn't matter that I've done nothing wrong. I also want to say that I believe the Romanian government is going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because they have any evidence, and they're not going to charge me because I'm guilty of anything. They're going to charge me because after a 14-month investigation, 6 months of arrest, which is the maximum they can possibly give me without charge, I don't think they can just drop this. Imagine they just drop this tomorrow.
I think he's right about this, that, I mean, they're kind of in a position where they have to charge him or it's going to really hurt their reputation a lot. I think this is true.
Bro.
But the other reason why they...
Are we so confident that their reputation will be hurt by this? Like, what action is gonna be taken if their reputation, if the Romanian government, the Romanian law enforcers, the Romanian courts, what action is gonna be taken to remedy this situation exactly? We put so much faith into the system that we literally don't even want to believe that there's a possibility of corruption that can be involved. I live in a country where corruption is so involved that it injects itself deeper and deeper and deeper into the country to the point where you can physically feel the impact. You as a normal citizen, we have literally load shedding, and if you don't know what load shedding is, it's when the electricity cuts off. We have no electricity for a certain amount of time. There's schedules. There are schedules set. They are like, hey, by 2 o'clock, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, you're not gonna have electricity in this area. That's how deep it has gotten. And I truly do believe it's corruption, or it's either corruption or very bad decision making. Ignorance, not being qualified for the job that was given to them, not making smart decisions. Incompetence. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Incompetence. Either way, to me, that's as bad as corruption. It's like, what the hell? Why are you even there in the first place? Why did you even make that terrible, horrible decision? Did you not think this was going to happen? You had experts telling you this was going to happen and you didn't believe them. They are experts in the field. Oh, but because of business structure, we can't do that. We can't take your expert advice. We can't do that. Nah, man. Whether it's corruption or ignorance, all I'm saying is, you know what? it's no different, because you can feel the impact, and something has to be done, bro. I don't know. Now I'm complaining. Shit. Let me stop.
They might have to charge him is because he's guilty. You know, like, so, I mean, it's kind of like weird, because it's like, basically, either I'm innocent or they're lying about me being guilty. So in his mind, there's no way he's not guilty. I don't know if he's guilty or not. This is my perspective. Now, personally, I think that, I mean, from what I've seen, the behavior that I've seen with Andrew Tate over the years and just everything that's happened, I think that he's probably guilty of at least one of these things. And I think they can probably prove it, because he seems like the kind of guy to just go out and do stuff and not give a fuck. But I wouldn't put him in jail because I thought he was guilty. Of course he deserves to go to trial. Absolutely he deserves a fair trial. And if there's no evidence for it, then he shouldn't go to jail. But if you ask me, do I think he's guilty or not? Yeah, I think he is.
I think he's guilty for the crimes that was accused
of. We made it all up. Imagine that. What choice do they have but to charge me? If they charge me, I'd be
you know what? Listen,
now,
man,
of
at
course,
the end of the day,
I still believe in Romanian justice. I really, truly believe that even with Romanian justice systems or matrix-controlled justice systems, I'll be found innocent. Because I know the case file, I know what's in it.
Okay.
But that's going to take years. They're going to waste 1.5 to 2 years of my life, make me go to trial. Then when I'm found not guilty, it's been years. Who cares, right? Distance from event. If they drop it now, it's the biggest story in the world.
That's probably true. I think he's right about that. That, like, yeah, they'll drag it out for a really long time if they can't get him. Because if they don't, then it's going to make them look really bad. I think that part is true, definitely.
They can't charge me. They're going to charge me. They're not going to charge me because I've done
it's the same for
wrong.
so many instances and so many cases that are happening throughout, like, the whole world, to be honest with you. Listen, man, the government is run by people at the end of the day. I think that's what we have to recognize is like, nah, man, these people, they're just people too. They have agendas, they have intentions, they have motives, they have reason to do the things that they do, and they have the capabilities to do so without ever being caught. They have the means to do it. They have the connections to make it possible. So, you know, one thing can be done, and then, you know, to remedy the consequences or the impact, you can counter that with a certain other action that is deemed illegal. You know, contact somebody, a friend who knows a friend who's a judge or something like that, or who's a, you know, somebody who can literally make all this look legit. You know, bada bing, bada boom, done. You know, but you know, the thing is, for the longest time, right now we're listening to a man try to convince. No. We're listening to a man claim that he is innocent and not guilty of the crimes that he is accused of, and the truth is, he is right about how they can say these things. They can lie and get away with it. They can put somebody to jail for no reason at all, but because they've made it look like he committed the crime, this can't happen. This has happened on so many cases without at least a big of agenda or big agendas as much as Andrew is facing against. And it's pretty sad when you realize that's the reality. It's pretty sad to know that you can possibly be a victim of such a thing that happens in society, you know, even for a normal person and everything. So it's definitely a possibility. And with that being said, it's like, right now we're watching a man try to tell us something that might be either truthful or not so truthful at all, being a lie. He might be guilty of the crimes that he committed, or he might be completely innocent. And I think this is the part where we all say we will put our faith into the system, you know, which the faith is might be badly placed, of course, because it's the same system that has let us down so many times. It has let many people down so many times. The system is supposed to be bigger than any one of us. It's not supposed to be, controlled by individuals who have certain agendas and everything like that and whatnot. Every single person within that mechanical machine that we know as the matrix or the system or whatever is supposed to be there for a larger idea, a larger reason than just themselves or something. They're supposed to serve a higher cause than just themselves or than just their wants and needs and everything, their selfish wants and needs. They're supposed to be there to make sure that the system treats everybody fairly. They're supposed to be there to be part of a working, functional machine that is called society, and it's supposed to direct us to a better life, a better future, where we can all look at ourselves and look at each other fairly and equally and treat each other fairly and equally and everything. That's what it's supposed to do. But I think people have forgotten that. People have forgotten that to such an extent where literally people are just getting into these high-paying career jobs or careers in flipping government and law and everything, only just to gain money, only just to gain monetary value. Because of it's high paying and it's one of those jobs, they're gonna do that. They're gonna get into it. They're gonna go to law. They're gonna study law. They're gonna do all that shit and whatnot. Though maybe that's just the alluring part of it. I'm not really sure if they're working as a politician, especially politicians. You can argue against me when it comes to lawyers, but politicians, bro. We can argue against me when it comes to judges, lawyers, whatever, but politicians, 100%. Those people, they're only there for the money. Most of them are there for the money. Most of them are there for the prestige, for the job. That's it. They're not there to actually do the job that they are paid to do. They're not there to actually, fulfill goals that their job is supposed to fulfill. They're not there to be part of something greater. They're not. They're just there to gain more. Yeah, I've been rambling on too long now.
They're going to charge you because that's how the matrix works. Unfortunately, I'm up against an enemy which I can't really, truly beat. I can't beat them. All I can do is continue to discredit them to the point where nobody believes them anymore. And I cannot
that's what he's doing.
do
I
that
wanted him
without
to
having perspicacious, intelligent people at home who are analyzing the situation and truly understand what is happening to me. If I have to martyr myself, if I have to some degree sacrifice my liberty and the quality of my life to highlight how the matrix operates, how the legal system and the media work hand in hand,
like a Messiah
trying to convince the populace somebody is guilty before a judge says they are guilty because they have pre-decided to say this person is guilty because of his wrong think. If I have to sacrifice myself to do those things, then I guess at least my imprisonment is a noble one. And I'm a man. And although remaining in jail is as close to hell as you can find on planet Earth, if I have to suffer it, I will do that because I will not sell my soul. The point of this video is only to highlight and make clear the differences in how the people inside of the club are treated against versus the people who are outside of the club. And also,
I mean, again, I feel like you can agree that shit is corrupt and, famous and influential people don't get punished the way normal people do. I think you can easily fucking admit that. But aren't there text messages of Andrew Tate talking about how he literally uses something to launder money? I don't know. I feel like they've got
text messages could be fabricated. I don't know. They could be fabricated, as he says, So I'm just saying this. Like I said, I'm playing like devil's advocate for everything here, man. I have to because, you never know who to believe. And to be honest with you, I think the best assessment for any one of these situations is that it doesn't truly involve you. And because it doesn't involve you, there's not much that you can do except to watch and to, do the best that you can, which is break down the situation as you see it from an audience perspective,
I'd at least get a few. They've got a few things.
It's weird to take
but
sides.
It's all fake. I don't know. Is it all fake? Fuck, man. It's planted.
Yeah. They could be fake.
So for me to predict the future for everyone to understand. When new charges
Bro,
come,
I don't know which criminal does that, by the way. Text messages, bro. I don't know which criminal does that, bro. I don't know which smart criminal does that. You know, like they incriminate themselves by, what do you call this? They incriminate themselves by having text messages and shit. I don't know which criminal does exactly that. I don't think any criminal does that. In all honesty, I don't think they do, in my opinion, in my most humble opinion. I think the smartest criminal is somebody who doesn't show any signs of the crime itself by leaving text messages. But then again, maybe ego might have been in play. Maybe, he thought, no, I'm not going to be caught. So there's nothing to fear. So, I'm going to text. I'm going to do my business like this, and it's okay. It's fine. I don't know. It's weird to me, too. Devil's advocate. Please keep that in mind.
When new countries attempt to attack me, when the Matrix unrelentingly continues to print lies about me and try to convince the world that I am a bad person, I hope it does nothing else but show the world that I am a good person. These people are liars. The people they tell you are good are not good. The people they tell you are bad are the good ones. Do not believe a word that they say.
Can't do that, bro.
All in all, my predictions to the future are not certain. My future is certainly not certain. Whether I'll continue to breathe or continue to be free, nobody knows. But the one thing I can guarantee to absolutely everybody at home, and anybody who believes in me and my message, and anybody who listens to me speak, I will never sell my soul, I will never be controlled, and I will never lie.
Okay, well,
so he uploaded that on Twitter. What? Man, I gotta use Twitter.
Well, that pretty much settles it. I mean, look.
What do you gotta say, bro?
I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't know if he's guilty or not. I mean, I have no idea. Like, as I said, I've seen, all of the leaked screenshots and evidence, and everything that I've seen makes it look really bad for him. It does. It looks really, really bad. And then you have, way, way, way back in the day that he got removed from Big Brother on the UK because of some other sexual shit. And this is, way before he would...
And by the way, I don't want to lie to you. It's as if, almost every successful person is accused of something like this. And I'm sure a woman would come back and disagree with me and be like, listen, as a woman, you experience a whole list of harassment from all types of men. You cannot trust a single male out there. The ones that you think wouldn't do it can do it and probably would do it. But you wouldn't know that because your assessment is flawed. You're a man at the end of the day. You don't get to see these things. You don't get to see from a woman's perspective. So anybody is capable of doing something like that, right? Harassing, GBV, assault. We all know that. Now, we should acknowledge it. But with that being said, it's still weird how almost every celebrity is sometimes accused of it. It's like, bro, like the one thing that a celebrity or somebody who has fortune or fame or whatever, sometimes, at least from my perspective, is like, the last thing I would ever do if I had something like that, fame, fortune, everything combined, or at least just the fortune part, which is most of us are trying to get that paper, get that money. The last thing I would do is literally try to put myself force myself on top of someone, force myself on somebody. I'm not that desperate. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that horny. I'm not that lustful. I'm not crazy like that, because there's so many other people or so many other women that are just willing to just throw themselves at you. Why would you be so desperate to take this one woman? You're risking it all for just a moment of enjoyment. You're risking everything. So, and that's why I find it so weird. It's like you are accusing people who have a lot to lose You're accusing people who have a lot to lose. You're accusing them of risking it all for just one moment. How did we as a society come to the point where men are thought to just think with just their penises? Even to that degree. I understand other situations, of course, other legal situations, of course, things that are not a crime to commit, but we don't always think with our dicks. Is it weird for me to say that? We don't always do that. It's weird to me. It's weird that we got to the point as a society where people can just believe it when they say, hey, Toby tried to assault this woman. And it's like, bro, like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know.
Was anybody important? So it's not like the Matrix was doing it to him back then because they'd have no reason to, because he wouldn't be a threat to the Matrix. So it's like, how is it that you have this pattern of behavior that extends beyond the realm of the Matrix? Like, the period of time the Matrix is affecting you, or you're able to affect the Matrix, but like the same shit is happening? I don't know, man. And it's like, again, all this kind of stuff that you see, you can never really be sure of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't a sexual thing. The Big Brother thing wasn't sexual. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys don't remember that? So there it is. The back of the clip, the kinky sex video. There's this one here. And none of you innocent blaming somebody else. You have to go, yeah, I don't, is whipping a woman. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's the one, because one of the girls came out and said that it was like some weird BDSM thing. But I think there were multiple videos, so it's hard to say.
It's insane,
that was also
bro.
the Matrix. It was consensual. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you're biased as fuck? I don't really think that I'm biased. I actually think that I'm probably one of the most unbiased people that's talking about this. And whenever, this is my opinion, right, is whenever you, whenever you have somebody who is so convinced that, like, their side is right, an objective, like, objective analysis of this seems like bias to them, because they're so used to hearing one thing. Are people really on Tate's side? Well, yeah, I mean, I can see why people would think that he's like innocent, sure, because they don't think that he did any of this stuff and they believe him and they don't trust the government. I mean, that makes sense, right? So
perfect time.
I think you're looking at this fairly. Yeah, I feel like I'm extremely fair about this. And again, like, I think that it's important to keep in mind that I don't think that he should go to jail, right? I don't think he should go to jail just because, he's a bad dude or he's an asshole. I think he should go to jail if he commits crimes.
That's the only...
Like, I don't want Andrew Tate to be guilty. I don't think hardly anybody does. Because if you want Andrew Tate to be guilty, that means that you want there to have been sexual assault and rape and human trafficking. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. So nobody really wants this to be true. But there's a lot of evidence and a lot of behavior that is extremely fucking sus. Can we just acknowledge that? This is not it's like fucking, like, this is kind of a bad example, right? Because, like, Bill Cosby had like 41 people come out against him. But, like, after Bill Cosby got exposed, people went back like 30 years and they saw like clip after clip after clip of him doing and saying weird shit.
Okay.
And everybody
and Bill Cosby, of course, man. I mean, come on, like, I never even saw that court case, to be honest with you. But, like, if evidence has come up like that, and obviously it's true, but if no evidence has come up, in this situation, no one has come up, no physical evidence has come up, no tangible, not even like, not tangible, but like, if you're gonna say text messages are, like, what, like, bro, we're talking about, what is he charged for? Like we need to just clarify that. What is he charged for, man? I don't want to search it up because I don't want to expose what I look at in my spare time. I'm just gonna end the video here, but I am gonna look up what is he actually charged for, because it's so weird, man. It's just weird to me, man, bro.